I've been holding new space for myself lately to be rebirthed. When a rebirth happens, it can feel like a lot.
So we are on our way to Sedona.
We are.
We just got onto the I-17 from the 101. And
really by.
yeah, and we're just gonna have a combo now. So, are there any subject matters that you want to, like, right off the bat say, no, we cannot talk about?
I'm pretty open to it all. If not, I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
you know, let's just.
Okay.
I'm open.
Okay. All right. So on this documentary portion of our trip, we're documenting important things that need to be discussed for fashion purposes. For instance, is there anything that you want on the record that can later be used for your films that you're making right now about fashion? The screen is black. Your opening font, your opening text.
The one thing that's coming to my mind was something that is just something like this. It goes like whatever you're praying for, you're manifesting for. Like, the joy is just around the corner. Like, you're never really, like, that far away from it. And so for me, I feel like this is a visual representation of me walking the path and not just talking the talk, but walking the walk of being like, this is what happens when you follow your joy.
We're going.
Did you want me to film this too?
I mean, you don't need to.
I can set up my camera so that you have a different angle. Do you want that?
If you want that.
I kind of do.
Okay. Do it.
I'm doing it. Cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
Did you try that?
Mm-hmm.
No? Okay.
I just smelled it.
Okay. Do you want this? Oh, okay.
Did you need the one with the lid and I take the smaller one?
Oh,
No?
yes.
Okay.
So, I'd like to just say thank you to the Slam for having us. Thank you for this kind of like space of us being here in divine timing that's brought us here to this moment in the forest together. And I open and challenge you today to soften around the edges and allowing yourself to soften and be cared for and allowing ourselves to just be.
Do you want me to stand up?
No, I can smell it.
Okay. Do you want me to smudge myself? No.
No. I'm very much looking forward to facilitating this space for you.
Okay.
Not our auras here. just like to put some, I guess it's Palo Santo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it smells so good.
It does.
And then I kind of like to sit with the cacao for a little bit, just filling up my heart, just allowing it to like just be here, and allowing myself to connect deeper with the cacao as before I take the medicine. But you know, really do whatever feels right for you. And yeah.
That's strong. It almost has like a liqueur taste. Yeah.
Before I open up, I just want to say thank you for being here and being able to walk this journey with me in the next 8 months, and hopefully even beyond that. And being able here to witness me. This feels so aligned and divine, and it like this is exactly the way it was supposed to unfold. So that here's my Ferrero.
I open my vessel to my highest timeline. I surrender all doubts and disbelief. I open myself up to be stripped bare of any and all thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and patterns that are holding me back from molding into my greatest potential. I ask you, archangels, God, and galactic guides, to only move me through the lessons in these next 8 months that will mold me into the person I need to be in order to serve my community, and which will guide them into their greatest potential. And so it is.
Right now, I'm just feeling like an overwhelming amount of like just being in the water. It's just like being in the water always for me just makes me feel reconnected back to a past life. Like the water just feels like home to me. I think that's why I often like crave like I've been home like away from home for years and years. And I'm not by the ocean or out here in the creek. It's just like every time I'm here, it just feels like peaceful. And I'm just feeling really like open right now, and like I don't know what these next couple of months are gonna bring, but I feel more focused than ever right now. of just willing to take this leap for the first time of like graduating from taking real classes, the courses, to now being at this moment of just like betting on myself. Like, I feel it all in here. It's like up here in my heart chakra, and it just feels like a little bit fuzzy. And it feels like I'm expanding, and I've been feeling like this expansion, and it feels like whoa, like I'm stretching. I feel a little bit like uncomfortable, but at the same time, I'm willing to sit through the uncomfortableness. I've learned to be able to master that, and enough through mentors and coaching and other things to be able to know that this too shall pass, and that this uncomfortability, I actually welcome it in now, because I know that that is what is molding and stretching me into everything that I've been asking for. I also feel like the message that's been coming in is just being here specifically at this spot is like getting quiet. Because I know things are going to speed up. And I'll be able to handle that. But this time it's like, I don't need to do rush. Like it'll all come. It'll all happen organically. And I get to just be here with the trees and with you and just fucking be.
Hello and welcome to episode 1 of my rebirth series. This is the initiation. I have created this rebirth series for one, to be able to look back and being able to see it all the way through. I have rebirthed many times in my life, but I've never have documented it. And so I want to be able to look back in this time in particular, because this rebirth feels very juicy for me and very bigger than something I've gone through before. In the next 8 months, I am working on my rebrand relaunch for my shop. I have opened up my own shop, Rooted Serenity, in April of 2021, and it was fantastic. The launch had received so much love and support, and I thank everyone that had shown me so much love and support along this way up until now, and has continued to show so much love for Rooted Serenity. And the past year, I have not really have shown much on the forefront of much for Rooted Serenity. I have been taking time to do some work behind the scenes of being able to sharpen my knowledge and better myself as an herbalist, to be able to create the most honestly just better products I feel like Rooted Serenity deserves, and all of you deserve, that have shown Rooted Serenity support. And in addition to that, it has become more obvious that I have a deep passion for fashion. And so in the rebrand, I am going to be creating my first designer piece with a dear friend of mine, Will, who you have already seen previously in the video. And we are working together and collaborating on this big launch together. And so what you can expect from this rebirth series is you can expect to see, as you've already seen, the initiation ceremony of really starting this process and really creating the intention of what I am casting out in the next 8 months. In addition to that, you're going to be able to see everything that it takes to create a designer piece, from the sketching to the fittings to the sewing, everything. Nothing is really off limits with this series. All of the breakthroughs, the breakdowns, you are going to see. You're going to be able to see my process of creating my herbal products, which is something that I've kept very sacred and private for a while. And now I am ready to share that with you, and really what that sacred time when I'm in creation process of creating these very sacred products that are really like my babies, being able to share that with you, and as well as everything that it takes to create a rebrand video, all of the behind the scenes of that you can expect to see. And so now that it gives you a little bit of idea of what to expect from the series, why am I creating this? Like I said, to be able to look back at myself, but also I want and desire to open up a authentic space that allows for connection and being able to create a space that if you've gone through a rebirth yourself or are currently going through a rebirth yourself, that we can walk side by side and go through this rebirth together and being able to learn from one another. And so my hopes is that if you had known me beforehand, and maybe this series will be able to show you and being able to offer up a perspective of myself that you were not aware of. And yeah, in the next episode, you can expect to see the whole process of creating my very own designer piece and everything that it takes from start to finish. Thank you so much for tuning in for episode 1, and I will see you next Friday for episode 2 of creating your own fashion.
In the next episode.
I'm feeling so stressed right now and overwhelmed by everything. It's like so unclear on like how finances are going to come together, and with budgeting everything, and it feels like everything is falling apart, everything is dropping. And
close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second.